Hello citizens of the internet and occupants of the World Wide Web, I'm Brian Crawford here with BLC Video, and today I'm going over my opinions on the Corsair Strafe Cherry MX Red Switch mechanical keyboard. Okay, so the name for this keyboard is super long, but that's because it has a lot of features in it. Now, one of the most important things that I found with this keyboard is that it has a Cherry MX Red switch. I decided to go with the Cherry MX Red switch because it's the easiest one out of most of the ones available for you to press. I have a very light keystroke, I don't punch keys real hard, so I don't need something that's going to offer a lot of back pressure when I'm actually pushing the key down. Also, when you're gaming, it's a little bit easier to kind of fly over the switches. To go even deeper into it, you can check out the link in the description. I found a really good article that kind of goes into really deep detail, including the specific measurement of pressure for each switch that you have to press in order for it to register the keystroke. Something that's equally important to me as the switches are in the keyboard is how the keys feel. And unfortunately, if you're buying online and things like that, you just don't know what it's going to feel like you actually get the keyboard in. The good news is I found that the contour and the key texture on this Corsair Strafe is really good. I like it a lot. I will say it doesn't come with a wrist rest, which is a little bit frustrating, but what are you going to do? They have slots where you can actually fit one from one of the other Strafe units, but they don't sell them separately. So unless you actually want to buy an entire other keyboard, you're probably not going to be able to find a wrist rest with this as well, which was a little disappointing. You can also have different keys in place for different types of games. So if you're not like me and you do a lot of gaming, a majority of the time on your PC, you can actually switch out for first-person shooter keys, the WASD, right? Or you can go with a MOBA key set, and actually has textured keys that they send you with the keyboard that you can put in there to make that easier as well. So the last couple of features that I really love about this keyboard that they have is they have individually lit keys. So underneath each key is one red LED, and I got the red one. Now you can get an RGB one, I'll talk more about that in a second. But mine is just strictly red, right? So I can do bright red, medium red, or dark red. That's pretty much it, just depends on the brightness of the keyboard. But that being said, the cool thing is each key is lit, and then underneath everything is a red backing. So some keyboards just have the keys lit, which is pretty cool. But it doesn't really give a nice bright glow. So if you want something that's going to be brighter, that's going to look cooler, this is just aesthetic. I do like the colored backing that's underneath the keys as well. It kind of helps brighten everything up. The big thing that I wanted to talk about as far as the individually lit keys is if you go with this one or you go with an RGB keyboard, and this goes across pretty much all of the Corsair units, you can actually program specific things that you want the keyboard to do. Now, there are other companies that do this as well, but I think Corsair, it's not the easiest to do, but it's by far the most in-depth that I've found. However, that's not the real cool thing, okay? The real cool thing is you can actually download profiles for your keyboard that other people have made. I got one that's called Doom. It just goes along with the Doom video game. It just has a specific difference in how the keyboard is managed as far as the colors go. So that's a huge thing that came with this keyboard that I like a lot. I will say it's a little difficult to actually get started in making your custom profiles for your keyboard, but I did find some cool tutorials. Again, you can find it in the link in the description, that kind of go over how to get started in actually making your own designs for your keyboard. So last two things I want to talk about real quick. Number one, there's a USB pass-through with this keyboard. Real convenient, right on the back. Very nice. The last thing that I want to talk about as far as this keyboard is concerned is it does have media keys. Nothing real special, but it was present and it does work and it's really good. And you can actually go into the program and prioritize, okay, if I have multiple windows open, what is my media player going to actually control, right? So I have mine, I can go into my Spotify and have some other stuff open, but it will always change Spotify. It's not going to change anything else that I'm using. So if I have Premiere Pro and Spotify open, it's going to change one and not the other, which I thought was a really cool feature for something that is kind of a really just mundane add-on for a lot of keyboards now. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Those are my opinions on the Corsair Strafe Red Cherry MX Red mechanical keyboard. If you guys like the video, you know what to do. I'm not going to tell you. But if you guys have any tips on other keyboards you want me to check out, or maybe you have one that you think is better than the Strafe, let me know in the comments below. I'm trying to see if I can get some more of these in and maybe give some different tests to different keyboards. So let me know down there. And then also, guys, of course, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you later. Peace out.